Creepy, crappy movie review.
Aha, everybody! Oh, I didn't see y'all there.
So, welcome to Creepy's Crappy Movie Reviews. What this series is essentially just brief movie reviews, me talking about films, not necessarily horror films. They could be comedies, they could be dramas, whatever the case may be. But they have to be sort of crappy. Now, not necessarily the crappy that I hate this movie's a piece of crap, I can't watch this movie. Sometimes those type of movies, but sometimes movies that are so crappy they're great, or they're just goofy cheeseball movies. And the cheeseball comedy films that I loved growing up, I loved these movies to death, were the Police Academy films. And a few years ago I actually bought the complete collection of Police Academy movies, which has all,
Oh shit, I made a mess.
So you have all these Police Academy movies in there, and the ones, because a lot of people like the Police Academy movies, the critics hated them, of course. Anything like this in the 80s that came out, this movie is like the comedy equivalent of the Friday the 13th films, in that these things were cranked out every year, and little thought was really put into them, to be honest with you. But they were fun slapstick movies. Fans of just, Three Stooges stuff would probably get a good kick out of these films. Now, the one I want to talk about in particular is one that I think a lot of people hate, and I really like this one, actually. This is one of my favorites in the whole series, and this is Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach. Now, this one is, I think the story is, Commandant Lassard, George Gaines' character in the movie, is being forced into retirement, but to honor his career and his retirement, they're sending him to a police convention in Miami Beach, where they're giving him some sort of lifetime achievement award or something like that. And the familiar cast of characters are here. You've got Hooks, Hightower, the last appearance of House, which I never even really remember that character that well, but yeah. Tackleberry, pretty much all of them are here, aside from Mahoney, which Steve Guttenberg played from Police Academy 1 to 4, and I think after part 4, he was like, I'm done with this series, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. And funny thing is, he really didn't move on to much. I don't know, his career was pretty much dead by 1990, and the Police Academy movies were pretty much dead as well. I think that there was only one more made in the 90s, which sucks. It's a horrible movie, but I don't want to really talk about that one. But anyway, Mahoney's character was replaced by Commandant Lassard's nephew, Matt McCoy. I think his name is Nick Lassard, or something like that. You could see the picture of him, sort of. And he's the exact same character as Mahoney, in my opinion. But anyway, they're going to Miami Beach. The whole crew is with them. While they're at the airport, there's a group of 3 heisters or thugs, whatever you want to call them. And they have stolen millions of dollars worth of jewels and have it hidden in their luggage, which is a camcorder, I guess. And of course, the luggage is misplaced with Commandant Lassard's luggage. So they get Lassard's goldfish, and he gets the camcorder, which he thinks is a gift. And eventually what all happens is they kidnap Lassard and try to get their jewels back so they won't get killed by their boss, which, is funny all the way in itself. And that's pretty much the movie. And there's a lot of gags. The Police Academy movies are full of just slapstickian gags in the whole movie. And I think that this movie is one of the more fun films with the Police Academy movies. It's cool in that they actually change locations for once. They're not in an office all the time. And one of my favorite gags in the movie was Captain Harris was going to get a suntan on the beach, and he's asleep laying in the sun. And Matt McCoy's character writes "dork" with sunblock on his chest. So when he wakes up, of course, dork. Everyone remembers that. These movies are just fun. You're not going to get too many serious situations, serious stuff in these Police Academy movies. These are just fun, goofy movies, not really meant to be taken seriously at all. I love this movie. This is Police Academy 5: Assignment Miami Beach. I actually love all of these movies aside from Mission to Moscow, which is horrible. So Assignment Miami Beach, Police Academy 5, and the funny thing is, you remember I was telling you, Steve Guttenberg didn't want anything to do with Police Academy movies after Part 5. The funny thing is, a few years ago, I think that they're talking about it on these DVDs, they were lobbying behind a new Police Academy movie, sort of like a remake / sequel. And the funny thing is, Guttenberg was he was the leader amongst all these people, like Bubba Smith and the woman that played Hooks and Leslie Easterbrook. They were in all the films pretty much that I can remember. And you've got, and they don't care. I mean, they went on to better things. But Guttenberg is the main one. I guess he wants to get away from doing these Hallmark Christmas movies or whatever the hell he's doing. But I just thought that was funny that, he was like, I'm on to bigger and better things. I'm not doing these stupid Police Academy movies anymore. And he said no to this one, which is one of my favorites in the whole movie. But now he's wanting to do another one. So go figure. But I would love to see a new Police Academy movie. The weird thing is, George Gaines, who was playing a guy that was too old to be commandant back in 1988, the guy's still alive. I think he's in his 90s. I don't know if he's actually able to do these films anymore or anything. I don't know how active he is or anything like that. But it would be a real privilege to see a new Police Academy film. I really don't want to dwell on this movie, but I think that this was a horrible movie to end on. The Mission to Moscow film. Just a really horrible movie. But I would, from Police Academy 1 to 6, check all these out. I love these movies. Growing up on them was a lot of fun. So that's Creepy's Crappy Movie Reviews for now. I'll probably be back in a day or two and talk about some other creepy, crappy movie. So, until next time, I'm the Creepy Kentuckian, and you can check us out at deadpit.com.